Tell y'all about growth and development, but in a way where I'm the example. So growing up, right, I was an observer. I'm the one that noticed the things, the little things and the big things. I saw the things that others miss. I saw the mixing emotions, the feelings that people had. I seen the lies. I seen the untruthfulness. I seen the the the, the people who were not their own identity. The individuals who just wanted to follow. The individuals who wasn't being themselves, who couldn't even find themselves. And I knew how they could find themselves just through observing, but they chose the route where it led them in the wrong direction. The love was very much there within the fam, right? It may have been like a systematic love, but that love was still there, and changes may have happened that changed the whole trajectory of that, but that love was still there. But something always felt like there was a miss. Something always felt like it was wrong, right? I was in the right group, right? But I was surrounded by the wrong people. And that caused my development, my growth, right? To go at a slower pace. Caused me to be in a framework where I was just observing and kept on observing. Although that was building up my intuition or my instincts, right? It wasn't building up my voice. And that's because, like I said, I was in the right group, but just not around the right people. And so I couldn't really voice my opinion, my words, or state my vision or what I saw or how I felt. So that caused my voice to be shut in. And so I had all this chaotic energy in me. I had all this energy in me that I needed to release. I needed to let go. I needed an outlet. I needed something that was able to express myself, right? Show myself of how I was or what I represent. But I realized that wasn't enough. Just doing that alone wasn't enough. I had to do something else. I had to further develop my mind. I had to further develop my intellect. I realized it wasn't only, I can't just solely rely on showing others what I could do. I had to speak that out. I had to speak that out. I had to grow my mind. I had to grow my spirit. I had to grow my soul. Every time I would try to grow that, someone or something would push that back down. And it's like I would get up back on my feet, keep on walking forward. I would get to a certain point, and then that type of force would just try to send me all the way back. And it was a repetitive process. And it was like, yo, what is going on? I was in a battle, but like between two worlds, right? Basically, I was like, what can I do? How can I further develop? How can I further go on? How can I further show what I can do besides just showing my skill set, showing what I'm good at? What else could I do? It's hard to do that because I never had that God. And if I did have that God was trying to like make me complacent, make me comfortable, put me in a situation where I know I would still feel wrong or something was still out of place and I would still not feel fulfilled. And so, expanding going on, fast forward, right? As I started further getting into the spiritual stuff, right? You could say like during 2019 or 2020 when everything started to change, right? And I realized everything, or not even not 2019, right? I'll say like 2018, 2017, things changed and I started to really think and sit back and realize, right? I'm like, I never had the right individuals around me. Who the individuals around me would try to compete with me. But it's like, I'm not trying to compete with you. All I ever tried to do was build us together and show that type of like cooperative teamwork. I wanted to see everyone grow. I wanted to see everyone do good. So why is it that you're competing with me? What's with the envy? What's with the jealousy for? What's with the pride? Why couldn't you just throw that to the side? These individuals started to fall out with me. It's like, I didn't even fall out with y'all. They did it on their own. And it's like, oh, well, what's going on? To me, that questioned my whole like existence. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I didn't do nothing to none of y'all like that. But yet, you changed up a whole up like I'm not even there. You make it seem like we was never even like had moments together at all. And like that very much confused me and changed the whole trajectory of how I move about, right? Because onwards after that, I was careful who I surround myself with, right? I made sure not to get too close with individuals because I made sure to like really understand them on a deeper level, right? I low-key became that type of like therapist that could solve problems, but I didn't say much because I knew that it would cause types of conflict. I knew that like since that like I've been that observer and I've been like noticing things all the time. People would be like, "Oh," they would rub them the wrong way because they were like, "Oh, why are you paying attention to me like that?" It's like, no, I'm not doing that on purpose, right? It just naturally came to me, right? I just naturally started to like read people's energy. I naturally started to notice people's auras. I naturally started to know like their motives and how they move about. I already knew what was going to happen. I knew the groups I wanted to be in, but I knew that group wouldn't like help me develop. I knew that group wouldn't help me like grow further. And so fast forwarding, right? I'm getting more deeper into spirituality, right? And I'm going through hard times, right? I'm going through ups and downs. I was in a moment I was in my lowest, right? I was literally like tears. I'm telling you, crying. And it's like, I was like, yo, why is this happening? I even turned towards the Bible at one point. I realized that wasn't gonna help me out at all. I had to get shit done. I had to start making a change. I had to start setting boundaries. I had to start setting rules for myself. I had to start setting goals. I had to start improving. I'm like, it's now. It's not later. It's now. I'm about to start planting my seeds right now. And so later on, when I look back, I'll be very much glad I did it. There was no ifs. There was no ands. There was no buts. I had to continuously put myself in situations where I'll be forced to develop, where I'll be forced to pick up and use my voice. After having so many individuals say stuff like, oh, you're this, you're that, literally putting spells on me, telling me something I'm not, because I had a vision. I knew I had that vision. I wanted that togetherness. I wanted to build up. I wanted to face injustice all around. And I couldn't do that with this voice that I had locked in. I couldn't do that being surrounded by certain individuals. I had to find some type of way to share my vision, share my gifts that I have, and let it be known that like I wanted a change to happen for everyone. And it's not just individuals that is residing in the area that I'm around. It's all over. Something needed to happen. Something needed to change. So I cracked the code. I couldn't allow individuals to come to me all the time. I had to be the one to reach out to others. I had to be the one to literally express myself, express that voice, be vulnerable. I couldn't hold that myself in a cage like I once did before because I was hurt, because I was in a very much traumatic like events. I had to learn to let that go, show more vulnerability, show my feelings more, express myself more to the fullest. Instead of going back and forth between saying stuff and doing stuff for love, I embody both. I became that type of individual that's very much what say, what needs to be heard, but also let you know that it's okay. I would tell myself the same as well too, continuously. That's okay, it's alright. But you need to get up off your ass. You need to do something. You need to set things straight. Be that person that you wanted to be. Be that individual that you saw yourself being or becoming. And don't stop. Continue on with it. Because you know you could do it. You saw it. You envisioned it. You want to bring that injustice. You're going to have to be that individual that very much throws everything away for a greater cause, for a greater good. Bringing that injustice down by being vulnerable, showing yourself out, and letting it be known all the things that is wrong all over, and not being afraid to speak out or say it. Not afraid to lose, not afraid to lose friends, not afraid to lose whatever you have. Because nothing's more worse than not having your mind straight, not having your inner world straight. Because that just causes panic and confusion all over. And I couldn't have that continuously for me. And so, fam, just know that you got it. You can make the steps into further developing yourself and have that growth. And it may take a while or it may be quick, but you got it. You can do it. I know you could. And I always say this, we're connected. We're all one. And so just the same things that I could do, you could do too. Peace. And I say.